What is going on, everybody? How are we all doing? And welcome back today to another episode of our Blackburn Rovers Career Mode Road to Glory here on FIFA 18. Today, I think it's episode number 4. I'm losing count already. It's kind of crazy. Once again, I want to say a big thank you there for the massive support you've shown on the episodes up to now. The support in the comments section and on the like button has been amazing. So if you want to hit that like button once again, that'd be massively appreciated. And let me know that you are still enjoying the series. You're still also coming in that comment section with loads of player signing suggestions. But I did mention in the last episode, I don't think we're going to be signing anyone there because we've not got much money left, and I want to try and get some players through the youth academy as well. However, I do still appreciate the comments because we're probably going to be having a look in January, depending in what position that we're in. But last time out, we of course had a cracking episode. We did lose our first game of the season against Bradford, but we're still looking really good. A couple of high-scoring wins, and we're going to be kicking off today's episode actually with the game against Luton, which I believe is in the cup. Yes, it is in the cup, in the Checker Trade Trophy. Then we should be returning back to a league action after that. So here we are then, guys, the first game of today's episode. It's actually in the Checker Trade Trophy. We're hosting Luton Town, and I've actually gone with a completely rotated 11 for this game, being as though it's in a sort of a cup that's not a priority at all. We need to be focusing on the league, of course, and I've also decided to go for a small formation change. I've mentioned in the last couple of episodes I'd like to try out the 4-3-3, and that's exactly what we've gone for in today's game. You're going to see the lineup in just a second, but it is literally a completely different 11 to the one we've been using in the league. So here is the lineup. We've gone for the 4-3-3 like I just mentioned, and a lot of you guys being Blackburn fans have told me a couple of the players in your squad that are good young prospects are Chapman, who we're giving a go in today's game on the left hand side, and also Harper, who we're trying to get again in central midfield today. But it's a completely different 11. Graham leading the line, Reece Nelson the lone signing on the right hand side. We've got we've got Ryerson coming in again, some bought in the transfer window, and also Whittingham making his first start, I think, this season for us. There's the Luton lineup as well. I don't think there's going to be anyone particularly that stands out to me, but they've just highlighted that Collins, the left striker, got 2 goals in his last game, so perhaps he's one to watch out for. But without any further ado, we're going to get the game going in this one. Luton Town, we are at home here. This should be nothing less than a win. We're going to spread the ball all the way across the other side. It's Whittingham who's laid it off here to the right back, Caddis. He's laid it on the edge to Danny Graham. It's a great first touch, you know, and it's just wide. Probably the best move of the game so far. The shot deflects just wide for another corner. The second of the game. Can we produce anything here? Whittingham, great delivery, gets it in there. Ryerson nodded down, but it's collected by a Steck. We find him eventually. He's dropped inside here. Here goes Chapman. Chapman, it's opening up for him. We're going to go for a shot to the far post, and it's just wide. And I would say that's the best chance of the game so far. Really opened up for Chapman. Went for the finesse with his right foot. Couple of foot wide, maybe a foot wide, but definitely the biggest opening of the game so far. Hart's going to go inside here. Whittingham, one with a left foot in his prime. He's going to try one here. And it's just wide from Whittingham. We all know he's very dangerous on that left foot. And I thought even though the keeper got a touch here, I mean, he digs the shot out of nowhere there, Whittingham, really. It wasn't the strongest hand. It was very much fingertips. Almost still crept in. Luton here coming forward for the first time in the second half. It's a great ball. And I'll tell you what, Luton there, the best chance of the game so far. They've not had many. That's the only chance they've had in the second half, but that should have been 1-0 to them, really. Harper finds Samuel. I'm looking to the top of the box here. Can we get another runner in behind? We can. Surely this is the breakthrough. Oh, how have we missed? It fell to Caddis, the right back. And I'll tell you what, that is as good a chance as we'll get in this game. Glance just wide. So close. Might have even hit the post there. Going to the bottom. Now it's Dominic Samuel. Just looking for the opening. Here's Whittingham. Can we get back to Harper? Harper on his left foot. Yes! It's taken to the 90th minute, lads. But finally, we get the breakthrough. And it's another goal from outside the area. I feel like we've scored so many of those on this series so far. It's Harper, though, with no less than what we deserved, really. I mean, we've dominated the game. We've gone close several times, but lovely reverse ball back there from Whittingham. Finds Harper on the edge, and the breakthrough finally comes. It's one of the young guns that you guys recommended. I said before, I want to try and get them involved a bit more, and competitions like the Checker Trade are going to be perfect for that. But pleased to have got the win. Thankfully, we don't have to go to extra time. We'll have a replay, or whatever the consequences would have been from a draw. But Harper gets the goal. It's Raheem Harper, 90th minute. Thank God for that. There it is. There's the 4-time whistle, lads. Not long, of course, after Harper had scored the winner. That was in the 90th minute. The dying gamers of the game. He come away with the win. I'll tell you what, that goal took some getting. I didn't think we were going to get it at one point. I mean, 15 shots, 9 on target to Luton's 1 shot. Tells a story really, but it's got to be said Luton's 1 shot was a fantastic opportunity that they had, and they could have nicked that game potentially, but 1-0 win, well deserved, into the next round of the Checker Trade Trophy. Now let's see who we got coming up in the league. So there's the end of the deadline day, that's the end of the transfer window, and look at that, Player of the Month's been announced, and I believe that's Dominic Samuel that's winning. That's really cool to see actually. Let's have a look at this properly. So how cool is this, lads? Dominic Samuel has won Player of the Month. That is absolutely awesome to see, holding his award there for the EFL Player of the Month. He has had a fantastic start for us this season. It's also the end of deadline day, and it's worth mentioning, I'm really pleased that we've not really lost any players that were, you know, Blackburn have just got relegated. There's a few key players here that could have easily jumped ship, and in my opinion, especially the likes of Mulgrew, 71 rated, they're players that I'm really pleased that we've managed to keep hold of. So here we are then, guys, with our second game of today's episode. The first one in the league today. It's pretty much the same lineup as we've been using previously in league games. There is one change. It's an enforced one actually. Charlie Mulgrew is on international duty, so we're forced to play Ward at the back in this one, but you'll see the lineup in just a second. I'll just show you the table very briefly. We're in second place, just behind Bradford, and Fleetwood have also had a semi-decent start, sitting down in 8th place. Still only played 4 games, of course, so very early days, but we'll take a look at the lineups quickly, and then we'll get things kicked off for the game. So here's the Blackburn lineup, our lineup for this game. I've just told you about the international duty thing to do in Mulgrew, so he couldn't play. So we've got Samuel and Antonson up front, Tabler, Bennett on the wings, Smallwood and Dak in midfield, then Williams, Ward, Lenihan, Niambe and Raya in goal. Royson, someone that did want to play in this game, but he played in the last one. His fitness wasn't great. I'll probably sub him on at some point to give him a little bit of a, you know, make him a little bit happy, but that's the team that we're going with. Fleetwood Town, a team, I don't know again if there's going to be many players I recognise. I recognise Devante Cole at striker, of course, a former Man City youth trainee, Andy Cole's son, I believe. And like I said, they've had a good start. They're playing 5 at the back as well. This could be a very tricky game, even though we are at home, but fingers crossed we can pull out another result, lads. Smallwood just spreads it at the bottom. We're going to play this first time down the line. It's Dominic Samuel. What can we do here? Tried a little step over. We still retain the ball. That was nice. Man on the edge. Hit this first time. Oh, it's over the bar. The keeper was rooted to the spot as well. That could have gone in. If that was on target, the keeper wasn't reacting to it, I don't think. Samuel plays it forward to Antonson. We've got to run it through the middle as well. This could be the breakthrough. It is the breakthrough. 1-0 still quite early on in the game. And that all comes from great piece of play from Smallwood in the middle of the park. He initially actually lost the ball, but showed some good determination to win it back. Plays it forward, and then it all just seemed to open up from that run from midfield. I think it's Tabler that scored, but I'm not entirely sure. It just opened up loads for him. It's a lovely one through the middle of the park. I think it's Antonson that's played it through, and he tucks it home at that near post and gives us that nice early lead that we really like in these games. Because like I was saying, just when you don't get that early goal, when you don't score, and the game drags on, it can sometimes be difficult, but it is Tabler. He's scored again, had a great start since we brought him in, and we are 1-0 up. Now Ward picks it up. We're going to lay it back. And again, Samuel, this should be 2-0. Surely, it's 2-0. We're running right again, lads. I'll tell you what, in the league, apart from Bradford, everyone that we've played, we've absolutely blown away so far. I said at the start of the series, we have got such a good team for this division, really. We should be winning it, and if we can keep on doing this, I mean, in this game, it's still very early on, don't get me wrong, and in the season, but our attack just seems to pull defences apart at absolute will. It's Samuel again, got Player of the Month for the last month, did I say much then? And he's picked up where he left off, really. Just a great player. What a finish again. Need to be careful, we need to be careful, Fleetwood. Oh, that was a very important challenge. Now Antonson's going to have to look to those fresh legs in the middle. Look at the room for Chapman if he can feed him here, which we should do quite easily. Chapman going down this right-hand side. Naturally a left winger, but I've decided to bring him on the right, and it's going to go back to me. Chapman here, chance to score, and he does make it 3-0. The substitutes in the middle of the park there with the fresh legs, making things very easy for us. Cutting through Fleetwood at absolute easy. It's Chapman and Harper. The last 2 games have both scored. Again, the 2 players that you told me to bring in because they've got a lot of talent. He does so well here. Little giving go in the middle of the park with another substitution, Royson, I believe that is, and slams it in past the keeper to make it 3-0. And it's looking like another comfortable afternoon at Ewood Park. And there's the full-time whistle. It's 3-0, another comfortable win, another clean sheet. And I've said it at the start of this game, we are bossing this league so far. We're not even top of the league, which is kind of crazy. Bradford are top, but in most games we just seem to have a bit too much for our opposition. And hopefully that can take us top. Hopefully Bradford have dropped points. Let's see what we got next. And that's probably going to be the last game of the episode, actually, the next one. So we're still carrying on with the training, of course, guys. I just thought I'd show you an iteration of it, because I think we're going to get a couple of players going up here, potentially. So yeah, Nyambe, the right back, is now up to a 65. I've also started including Chapman in this as well, rather than Dominic Samuel. He's a bit younger, and like you guys say, he's a player with a lot of potential, so we're giving him the training treatment. But we've got some more news in the office. Is it going to be anything exciting? It's a player conversation. It's Royce saying that he feels he's in good form, so thanks for playing me, and that's exactly why I wanted to get him on the pitch, so to keep him happy. He's been good so far, the new signing. You can see as well here, if you did notice, you're a bit of a Hawkeye, but Bradford City actually drew their last game, so that takes us top of the table now. 12 points to Bradford's 11. We've had a very, very good start. Let's see who our final game of today's episode is going to be next, though. So the last game's coming up. There's been a bit of a gap to this one due to the international break, which is, of course, why we were missing Charlie Mulgrew as well. It's going to be Rochdale away from home. Hopefully, we can make it a perfect episode. But before we do that, this is a bit exciting. We've got another monthly skating update. Hopefully, we can have some players here that are exciting, but still, there is nothing incredible here. This guy here, though, DuPont looks decent. 44 to 62 right now. 72 to 94. 6'5" as well. Could be a giant for us. Let's keep an eye on him. But the rest again here, Peter's not looking too great. We've got two DuPonts. I wonder if they're related. Xander DuPont and Brent DuPont. That's kind of crazy. Vanden Broek. How do you even say that? Vanden Broek doesn't look great, basically. I feel like if we sign the one brother, we've got to sign the other, but this one doesn't look good at all, does he? I think that's fair to say. We've got Brent DuPont, who looks like the worst brother out the two. So we'll keep an eye on them both for now, but Xander DuPont is definitely the strongest player that we've had come through this process so far. So here we go then, guys. It's the final game of today's episode, and we actually, we must be on telly or something, because it's coming up next. It's quite exciting when it does all this stuff, and it's live, all that shenanigans. But last game of today's episode, we are playing against Rochdale in League One at Crown Lane, and we're back, I think it's fair to say, with our strongest 11 on paper. We're Charlie Mulgrew coming back from his international duty. Rochdale in 6th place. Also had a decent start, only 3 points behind us, but look at that goal difference. Far, far above anyone else in the division so far. We've had a flying start. Really, Bradford, the only blot on what has been a very, very good season so far. But yeah, back to our strongest 11. You'll see that on up in just a second, and then we'll get this game going. So here's the Rochdale 11. I'm not sure if there's anyone I recognise there. There is Bradle Brettinman, I think his name is. He's someone that rings a bell. Williams in the middle next to Rathbone. Again, not a ton of players that are familiar to me, but Inman's someone that certainly at least rings a bell. But away from home, this is going to be a tough game. Like I said, they've had a decent start to the season. Away from home games can be tough. We saw that with the Bradford one. Hopefully we don't have a repeat of that here. It's all a case of getting that first goal, in my opinion. But you're about to see our lineup. I've already told you it's what I think is our strongest right now on paper. We've got Raya in between the sticks. Nyambe at right back with, of course, Williams at left back. Then the partnership is reunited of Lenihan and Mulgrew at centre back. Smallwood and Dak in the centre with Tabler out one side, Bennett the other, and then Samuel and Antonsen up front. Like I said, that right now, in my opinion, is our strongest starting 11. Hopefully it's enough to get the job done today. Last game of today's episode, away from home, Rochdale. Let's get this going, lads. Come on. Going over here, Antonsen just looking for a hold-up play. Antonsen, we're going to crack this. It's a lovely hold-up play. Oh my God. We just seem to score so many bangers in this series already. Like, the amount of incredible goals that have been scored is ridiculous. Antonsen here does so well. He just turns the defender inside out. I thought I'm gonna smack it because he's got so much space. But what a strike! What a strike from Antonsen, that is. Unbelievable goal. Half a yard right now. That's all you need to give us, Blackburn players, and we just ping them in for fun. This is unbelievable. Oh, he's throwing me there. It's Henderson. We need to be careful. We're standing off him a little bit. We're standing off him too much. He's pulled it back. Rochdale. It's Thompson that's missed the chance. Probably the best chance of the game, really. We're 1-0 up, but that was a screamer. That was an incredibly well-worked move from Rochdale, and should definitely be 1-1. We got away with that. He's spinning it round. It's lovely. Dominic Samuel, he's got half a yard. Oh, and he's clipped the crossbar. I probably could have got a little bit closer there, but we worked the half a yard so well again. Something that Samuel and Antonsen seem very, very good at, just finding that little bit of space to get the shot away. But unfortunately, that one clipping the bar. It's a good ball. We could be in trouble. It's a great take. It's got to be 1-1. It's McGinn. And Rochdale make it 1-1 on the stroke of half-time. The take from McGinn there was absolutely sensational, really. They did miss that one great chance not long ago, really. That should have been 1-1, but they make up for it there. I'll tell you what, that touch, though, we'll sit here in the replay. was absolutely sublime, absolutely took the defender away, and then he was just in on goal. That one there, look at that, he's got no one ahead of him there. Raya beating at his near post, but I don't think you can hold that against him really. It was a 1v1, and 1-1 right on the 45th minute. McGinn with the equaliser. That's disappointing, especially as we've missed a couple of half chances there. Dominic Samuel especially just clipping the ball, could have made it 2-0, and that would have made us a lot more comfortable going into half time. As it is, 1-1, hopefully we can grab a winner in the second half. So it's the 66th minute. We're going to make some changes here. It's still 1-1 in this game. Something needs to change though. I'm going to take off Samuel and bring on Danny Graham. A bit of a brave on that one. Of course, Samuel being one of our best players so far, but Antonsen scored that world of a goal. I don't think we can justify taking him off. I'm going to bring on Harper again, this time in place of Dak, and I think that's all we're going to do just for now. But lacking that little something in this game, away from home is definitely a lot tougher than at home, it would seem. Oh, it's just rolled through our legs. We intercepted it well, but we couldn't hold on to it. And Ed Thompson going down his right-hand side puts the ball in the box. We've won the header there, thankfully. We've got fresh legs on now in a couple of areas of the pitch. Danny Graham, one of them. Can we utilise it? He's brought the ball away really nicely there. Looking for Elliot Bennett on this right-hand side. What can we do? Bennett's trying to come inside here. We've got Antonsen. He scored one already today. Can he manufacture some space again? He's held on to the ball well. Looking on the edge of the box. It's Harper. He's scored one winner already today. Harper is coming with another clutch goal there. 2-1 on the edge of the box goal. Again comes good for us. It's Harper. What an episode he's had. He's only been on the pitch for, what, 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes max. But he works a little bit of space. It all comes down to Antonsen as well. Held onto the ball really well there. Mine ends up coming back around to Harper with a little cheeky Cruyff turn. Manufactures half a yard. And we just seem so deadly in these positions. Look at this. Shots to shoulder. There's hardly any space there. Gets a quick fire shot away. Finesse shot. And it flies into the bottom corner. And Harper has produced 2 of those in today's episode. And I think on that, really, I don't know what you guys think in the comment section, but he's got to be in contention for a starting position with goals like that. That is some clutch play from him in today's episode. Oh, we've missed the interception. And Rochdale going to bring it back. They could do. It's a disaster. I cannot believe it. 87th minute, literally 2 minutes after we'd scored. I didn't think there was much danger there. Rochdale have brought it back. McGinn, I think that's his second goal of the game, isn't it? That is a blow and a half. I really thought we got all 3 points sealed here, and maybe that was the problem. Raya goes down. Kind of unlucky there. McGinn gets ahead of him. Maybe it's not the best goalkeeping in the world, but he gets a touch. It's so unlucky, really, I think, there. And Rochdale have brought it back again. 2-2. And it's a thriller to end off the episode. Oh, lads, that's full time. 2-2 it ends up being. I think if there's one thing we can take away from this, the points that we're dropping do seem to be away from home. The loss to Bradford was at Valley Parade. Today's loss here in, well, it feels like a loss to be honest. It's a draw. We dropped points, so it's away from home again. And we thought we'd sealed them. That late goal I thought was going to be the winner, but they fought back. Credit to Rochdale. They've done well so far this season, and that shows why. They've made it 2-2. It's probably not a bad result still, but the fact that we took that 2-1 lead so late on, I really thought we got all 3 points. That's kind of devastating, to be honest. So despite dropping points in that last game, the thrilling last game of today's episode, we're still ending off in a better position than we were last time. Technically, we're now top of the league. It's got to be said, though, look how goddamn tight that is. We've got us on 13 points, Oxford on 13 points, Walsall on 13 points, Wigan on 12, Bradford on 12. Of course, it's still very early doors, so it's naturally going to be close. But 6 games in, it's anyone's guess who this title could go to. I still think we've got such a strong squad. And you look at the amount of goals we've scored compared to other teams, you've got to fancy our chances. But games like that, we need to make sure we see them out. But that's going to end up the episode anyway. If you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a big thumbs up. Always appreciate your support on these. And I'll speak to you all in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day, lads. Nidge out.